no way a diesel could outpull me. So, as we stared into each other's eyes...
You don't have eyes.
Shh, quiet. This is the good part. And so, as we... What are you guys talking about?
Oh, we're not talking. Frank is.
Yes, and like I was saying...
Frank, we've all heard this story already.
Oh, I see. Let's see what you come up with a good story here. I've got a story. Mind if I share? What kind of story would you share, old man? Well, now, I have a story about an old engine. He was my cousin, Buford, but everyone called him Old Man Puff. Now then, the story takes place back in 1901. Me and Buford was both built in 1889, so we were very old, fairly old. And, hey, narrator guy, could you take my place? I'm getting a little...
Well, I guess I'll start at the top. A long time ago, on a small little railway lived 3 engines. Their names were George, Benny, and Buford. But everyone called him Old Man Puff. The 3 engines spent many years together. Other engines came and went, but Old Man Puff outlasted them all. George and Benny would occasionally get into trouble, but Old Man Puff would set them straight. One day, George and Benny were sitting in a siding, and Buford pulled up to them. Engines come and engines go, but Old Man Puff just keeps puffing. Ain't that the truth? You two acting the way you are reminds me of an engine I knew. His name was Gary. And oh, was he trouble with a capital B. Don't you mean T? No, B. Oh, okay. He would often come off the rails, and even make fun of the manager and me. I warned him that he was stupid, but he didn't listen. Until one day, the manager had an idea. The manager was saying he needed a new outhouse, and since wood was constantly being used for us engines, he had made the decision to use Gary for the metal outhouse. He's still back behind the manager's house. So you better listen to... You can't be serious! That's for me to know and you to find out. Unfortunately, Buford's story was true. Do you think that can happen to us, George? Let's not joke so much around them. Just to, you know, be safe, right, Benny? Yeah, right. Years went by, and the 3 engines lived happy lives. But in 1929, the Great Depression occurred, and the American railways were hit hard. The line had shut down, and the engines then were sold, except for Old Man Puff. They thought him too old. Don't worry, Old Man Puff. We'll find you a nice place to work with us someday, and I promise that we'll come back to get you. You guys go on with your lives and enjoy them. Who knows how long you will live for? Make the most of it. I've spent my time well and made great friends. I pray that I will see you someday, but for now, this is goodbye, my friends. And so George and Benny were sold and left the railway. Buford's driver and fireman cleaned and oiled him one last time. Then they had to go away and find work. Buford sighed to himself somewhat in relief. Oh, I needed some good beauty sleep. And so...
Hey, narrator! I can take it from here. Alright. And so, Old Man Puff was left in his shed, never to be seen or heard from again, because as time passed, tornadoes swept the land, and no one could pinpoint the old line. And there was also no need to find the old line. So, to this day, Old Man Puff sleeps until his Prince Charming comes, or something like that.
That was a great story, Wyoming Blue. But is it true?
I said that Old Man Puff was my cousin, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. Frank, are you crying?
No, just some leftover sand in my headlights. Well, thanks for taking the time, youngins, to listen to an old man's story. I guess I'll see you around.
It's okay, Frank. The story's over.